Let's see how far it goes. How many of you saw that invisible chain between Chelsea and Robert as she led him down the stairs? It gets more visible as time goes on. Some of you are here, Chelsea asked me to give a toast, and then everyone else is saying, what are you going to give for a speech? And I said, is it a toast or a speech? Well, I know there's some of you are here just to drink, so let's have a toast to Chelsea and Robert right now. Okay, so that satisfied the drinkers. Now, for those of you that wanted me to give a speech, I had some things I was told. First of all, I was told, don't say anything political. Don't say anything religious. As the father of the bride, I think it would be tacky to say anything about money. So, we're going to talk about sex. Everything I've learned about sex, I've learned from the praying mantis. The praying mantis, the female bites off the male's head, and then they do their thing. I suggest you don't try that approach. I've tried it before, it doesn't work. So instead, my advice on sex is you take action. Pretty simple. Some of the rest of this I have to read. I had some other advice about what to talk about, marriage and that sort of thing, and one of those, Chelsea has a little folder she was given by her grandfather. It's a little talk he gave on marriage, and if she has that, you'll learn just about everything that you need to know about marriage from that little talk. Also, from her grandmother, who wishes she could be here, I pass on, I'm going to kind of rephrase this a little bit. Chelsea's grandmother's 94, and she's going to get to watch part of this message later. And she says, Robert, there's no better name. That's her husband's name. And I think she said that properly. And there's also a lot of Johns in our family. That's your middle name, right? And your father's name. And you shared with me once upon a time, just last year, that there are a lot of Roberts around here, and we're taking over the world. And it's working. I like that. My mother continued, Chelsea, I'm looking forward to getting to know your Robert, and loving him as I do you. Her advice is to love and respect each other. So on her behalf, here's the second toast to the two of you. I spaced this out for the drinkers. Okay, I received another kind of strange email. This one that said, how ironic that Robert and Chelsea are getting married less than 2 miles from a location where the Pilgrims founded Boston and abolished slavery all at the same time, and now Robert and Chelsea are founding a marriage and supported servitude. That comes from Michelle B. of Minnesota. That's as political as it is. And it's strange, too. Okay, it's also, I think, very appropriate that you're getting married in Cambridge here, where there was a fire a few years ago. And many of us know, this is the more difficult part for me to talk about. Many of us realized that you two would be getting married when you escaped the fire together on a cold November night when it was raining and very windy, and we know that your lives were saved to be together. But in that fire, there was 3 things that stood out to me, and I'm going to talk about those 3 things. 2 of them were things that stayed, and 1 thing disappeared. two things to say. First of all, and it had been on the wall. You hated losing it, and when you got back in the apartment, as I understand it, you found it miraculously under a couch, saved. And I don't know if you still have the guitar now, or yeah, so you still have the guitar. And the lesson to be learned is that there are many things you don't understand in life, but there's many things that you can appreciate and just accept as whatever you want to call them, miracles, and enjoy those miracles and play music to them as they occur. The next thing that was saved, although damaged, was a dress. Get there.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Okay. I'll post that. Okay. Yesterday at the rehearsal, Chelsea wore her grandmother's wedding dress that she had looked forward to doing and had dreamed of doing for many years. And the dress was a little bit damaged and maybe just not exactly what she wanted for the wedding, but that dress represents to me, and I hope to you, relationships and family. And of all the people here, this is mostly family and the deep relationships you have, and you should hold on to those. You should also realize that, like the dress, they're sometimes damaged, but they're still there for you. And so that's the lesson of the dress. The third lesson is the lesson of wine. And as I recall, you lost a treasured bottle of Cape Bread wine and that you had saved for many years, maybe perhaps unwisely because wine is meant to be drunk. but Barbara and I had the pleasure of visiting Cape Bread Winery this summer, and I wasn't as impressed as you were, so we came up with something even better for you that we hope you'll use to celebrate when it's reached its full flavor. And the lesson is that even the things that we lose in life, when they're things that are of this physical world, they can be replaced by other things. And you learn that through the fire. You talked about it. It was quoted on the news through the fire. So that's what we learned. And I don't know if I have anything else to say. I'm sure you're tired of listening to me. I have 2 more pages. Oh, that's it. So one last dose, and then we need to get up there. With that, I believe I'm turning this over to your younger sister, Chelsea. Is that wrong? Oh, this is. Okay, everybody, this is Katie. Katie was Chelsea's best friend, and basically she lived in our house practically all the time for about 25 years.
You're supposed to kiss.
I forgot my glass. That one's going to be hard to follow, but me and Morgan have been fighting over not doing this for quite some time. I don't do well with crowds, but Chelsea has been my best friend since technically maybe 5th, 6th grade, but we've known each other since we were 5, and I love you more than anything. And Robert, I'm just so glad that you're here because you make Chelsea so happy. That's it. Thanks, Katie.
Okay. I remember years ago when Chelsea asked me if I would be offended. She didn't ask me to be the maid of honor, and naturally I said yes. So, hence my position today, and thankfully for Katie, I can do the rest of the speech. First off, I was happy that Katie and I could share the positions together. We didn't have to do half the work, I guess. And then I was happy that I could do half the speech, but apparently I have to do the full speech. I think I know most of you, and we've met everybody else, but I'm, contrary to the fact that I'm taller and wiser, and usually act much older than Chelsea. I'm her little sister. Being the little sister, it was not easy, but now I'm really glad that she's marrying Robert. He could take over some of the tasks that I had to endure over the years. Her cute quirkiness, her mood swings, her failure to the fact that she has no filter on anything she says, but also her big heart. Chelsea has strong opinions about many subjects. Let's not talk about politics or religion, but she's very aggressive when she plays board games. She's always been very competitive, and nothing has changed. As during their vows, Chelsea's the boss. But growing up with Chelsea, she's always held me accountable for everything. Anything she didn't get away with. She made sure that I never got away with anything that she didn't. And I know that she will do the same with Robert. So Robert, you need to hold her accountable too. You have my permission to put her in her place when she gets crazy, but at least she can't be a bridezilla anymore, right? Just kidding. She's just very particular about the way she likes her ribbons tied, or her paper cut, or basically anything. But that's all over. She's a perfectionist, but isn't it beautiful? So, good job, Chelsea. So nothing's supposed to embarrass you. So remembering growing up, it was definitely a few awkward stages. There was the high school color guard stage. Katie, weren't you a part of that as well? The color guard team, yep. And then there was the OSHA stage, the Performing Arts College. It was basically a new hair color every week, and the crazy friends, where are they? Right, over there, yep. Crazy OSHA friends. Let's just say she was always a little alternative, but at least I came to a liking of the new alternative music, which she now hates me for. But I'm really happy that Chelsea and Robert are together, not only because of the reasons I've listed, but because Chelsea's truly happy, and I'm very happy that she's happy and that they found somebody to make each other happy. I'm very happy that I'm on the East Coast and I'm close to you guys and I can come here often, and that we've grown so close together, and as my shoe says, that we're good friends. I'll show you guys later. So I'd like to raise a toast to Robert and Chelsea. To life happiness. I'll drink a lot more later, so it's okay. I would like to call Janice to the stage. And Katie.
JJ, no, I don't like this either. No. Yeah, I would watch Mater. If you want to watch Mater, you can give the speech. So when Robert asked me to do a special person speech, I was very honored, but also pretty flabbergasted. So please excuse any excessive emotional outpouring, tears, sniffling, drooling, grunting, any of that is what really didn't happen. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but my sister and I call Robert Brobert. Just in case you aren't quite sure what a Brobert is, because there's one. This is it, just the one. It is, Brobert is a one part mentor, one part educator, one part supporter, one big part free therapist, one part thanks for buying me booze when I was 21. When I was 21, I got me a six-pack, and I learned about hops and barley and flavors, not just for the taste. And most importantly, a Brobert is one part friend. So I remember when I first found out that Robert and Chelsea were dating. It was at my college graduation party, and we were heartily celebrating, as we spring asses like to do. Yeah! So, I do. So I just casually, how are things? Are you seeing anybody? And through the celebratory glaze of the evening, I can still see his face. He was slightly awkward and nervous, hopeful and a little embarrassed, but the excitement was radiating. He said, "There's this girl I just started seeing, and yeah, she's cool. I really like her." And now, here we are. So when I first met Chelsea, she told me this awesome story. Shocking, I don't know if you know this about Robert, but political ideology came up in discussion. Sorry, Chelsea. I have to. This is like the best thing I've ever heard in my life. So, Robert found out Chelsea had Republican leanings and wouldn't talk to her for a week. Now, he smartened up, sort of. He's not Republican quite yet, but they started talking again, and they lived in Cambridge for 2 years, so I'm sure he totally straightened her out on that. Just kidding. So, in all seriousness, when two people have such an amazing and beautiful connection as Robert and Chelsea do, it's beyond necessary to recognize such love. Robert, you are really good at becoming insanely dedicated to your passions. You would devote all of your energy and all of your time to what you love, which is admirable. People don't have that dedication anymore. You're emotional, unbelievably brilliant, and you're not very simple either. You're really, really good, you were really, really good at being independent. Then you met Chelsea, and it's like your life came together. Robert found a balance between being Robert and being part of a pair. So I've got to give the utmost credit to you, Chelsea. You took Robert in a raw form, and you helped him to make him whole. And it's like eggs, right? It's like eggs. Egg yolk, rubber, So thank you, Chelsea, for being someone who can inspire my brother to be his best. So I just want you guys to look around. Look around the room and see all of these faces and feel all of this love. And remember this moment forever. Everybody is here because of you guys. And that's so awesome. So please carry all of this love with you guys throughout all of your years, because it's an awesome feat, So congratulations. I love you both. Nostrovia.
So sometimes we can actually speak through blushing cheeks. I've actually got so much blood in my cheeks right now, I might pop. So if so, it's been a good run. It's really been great. Please continue drinking and go to the after party for me. This has been one of the most incredible days I have ever had the good fortune to live through. I have been surrounded by these fantastic people, but as much and as amazing as all of you are, really my day today is made whole by Chelsea, my cute wife, my bride. So fast, it's incredible. I mean, there's frustration, there's joys, and it's terrific. But this is just going by. But it's as terrific as this is. As much as I'm looking forward to just digging into my delicious salad and everything that's going in. What I'm most excited about is tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and every day that we get to spend together. Thank all of you, but we are. Yeah, I'm going to kiss this girl right now.
This is going to be very short. Only one message I got about my talk. I did get emails that said, please tell what a big deal it is to give away your favorite daughter. And you know who I got that email from was Chelsea. So, especially want to thank, about half of this room came from either across the United States or across an ocean.